Up to your old tricks, huh? Well, you just watch this. Check. Never underestimate the advantage of outliving your opponent, my darling.
Hello, Catherine.
Why am I not afraid?
Because you know who I am.
Wait, can you give me a minute? I've got something to do.
Sure. It happens all the time.
Well, the things that we leave to the last minute. I don't want to keep you, but this is important. Or do you already know that?
Well, I pretty much work on a need-to-know basis.
Well, somebody needs to know about this.
This has just been sitting in a suitcase in Springfield? Since
1947. Can't let it sit here anymore, or it'll just end up on eBay with everything else around here. I have 4 children, 12 grandchildren, 16 great-grandchildren, and only one of them is worth a tinker's damn. I don't suppose that you could swing by the post office for me, could you?
Sure.
I better sit down for this.
How long have you been an angel?
About 6,000 years, give or take a century.
Have you always been a caseworker?
No. I was in Annunciations. Then I was in the choir, briefly, and search and rescue.
The choir sounds nice. I don't even know if I can sing. Learn to sing. I also need to learn rollerblading, get a cell phone, and acquire a thorough understanding of human reproduction.
Gloria, you will find as you go along that God will give you what you need to know when you need it. The talent to sing, the skill of a surgeon, the eye of a photographer. Why, he's already given you the mind of a
Computer. I have an unlimited capacity to process and store data and retrieve memory. I mean, I can tell you all the components of that rose over there, but I can't tell you why it's beautiful. Although I did read this morning that a thing of beauty is a joy forever.
Gloria, you've only been an angel for 6 days. You need to learn patience.
I need to learn everything.
Yes, you do. And Monica and I have decided that an angel in training should have a solid background of the classics.
You have a wonderful 21st century sort of mind, but, well, it's hard to be a techno angel without some context in history.
History, of course. I need to learn the history of the cell phone before I start actually using one.
We were thinking of something a little more historical.
We were thinking Genesis, Exodus, the 10 Commandments.
10? Is that all? Look, there's Andrew.
And you actually saw it.
I wrapped it for her.
Then you'd better mail it. And Monica, you just got your assignment.
What about the 10 Commandments?
Don't worry about it, baby. You'll learn them. You might even see them.
So remember, don't ask any questions. Just sit there and take the class. And whatever you do, I wish we had had more time. Whatever you do, do not tell him that you're an angel.
Nobody's supposed to know
See, it says in here. There. For some have entertained angels unaware. You see? We're the angels, they're unaware, okay?
Okay.
And another thing, if you see me, you don't know me.
I don't?
No, not until we meet.
Then I know you?
Right.
Okay. I'm going to college.
100 years ago, Las Vegas didn't exist. 400 years ago, New York couldn't be found on a map. But 3,000 years ago, the Egyptian pyramids were already ancient history. Read the Bible, read the works of Herodotus and Josephus, and then read the morning newspaper. You'll see the same names, the same places, even the same bloodshed going on in the same Palestine, the same Jerusalem, the same River Jordan, the same Temple Mount where Solomon built his temple, and where the Ten Commandments may even be buried in the Ark of the Covenant.
Do you really think the Lost Ark is still out there?
The Israelites actually carried the Ark with them as they wandered through the desert.
Oh, with Moses.
Right, and it contained all kinds of sacred objects, including the tablets with the Ten Commandments that Moses actually brought down from Mount Sinai. It ended up in Solomon's temple. And then around 586 BC, when the temple was destroyed, the Ark just disappeared. Now, some say it was taken to Ethiopia, but most others still believe that it is hidden underneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. And oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I've gone over. We will get to the syllabus next Friday. Nice to meet you all.
If they think it's still there in Jerusalem, why don't they just go dig it up?
The Ark? Well, the whole history of Israel is in that question. Who controls the Temple Mount? The Jews, the Muslims?
Hey, Professor, you got a minute? Can I show you something?
Office hours 2 to 4, Paul. See you then. I'm sorry, if you need to see me, my office is in Doolin Hall, room 115, hours 2 to 4.
Professor North, my name is Monica. I'm from the Vandermeer Institute.
Oh, good.
Well, since I hardly know you, either of you, really, I'll just be going.
I've been expecting you.
The Institute has every confidence in your ability to complete your book.
And that's why they sent you?
Well, they have made a rather large grant, so they want some assurance that your work on the political ramifications of material archaeological evidence of the Temple Mount will be complete on schedule.
It's coming along nicely.
Good. I look forward to reading what you have before I leave.
Oh, gosh, I'd love that, but I got another class to go to. I've got student meetings. Then there's this darn faculty cocktail party thing.
At Dr. Hardwick's. Well, I'm going too, so we can talk tonight.
Oh, good. Great. I'll see you then.
And then this is waiting for me when I got back. I mean, she must have mailed it the day she died. I've never seen it before, but my grandfather, he spent a lot of time in the Middle East in the 40s. He must have brought it back then.
Whoa.
Well, I don't know what it is, but if it's something important, it'd be nice to know. It's Aramaic, right? Or is it Hebrew?
It's Aramaic. Well, I really can't say right now. No, probably somebody soaked some paper in some tea and passed it off to your grandfather as an ancient document. Happened a lot before they started cracking down on that sort of thing.
Well, but it looks so old.
Why don't you leave it with me for a bit? I'll send a sample off for carbon dating, maybe try and translate some of it. Probably says welcome to Tel Aviv or something.
Well, okay, all right. Thanks, Professor.
These look good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
She's here because I'm the department chairman. I approved the matching funds. And if she sees that I'm not worried, maybe she won't worry. I did you a favor.
Favor? She wants to see the book.
Well, if you'd actually written it instead of blowing all that grant money in Israel looking for the Ark of the Covenant, Tommy, this wouldn't be a problem.
Is that my sister-in-law talking or my boss?
I'm still trying to explain where the university's half of that grant went. Honestly, I can't cover for you anymore. You're becoming a laughingstock. Not to mention, if you don't publish something legitimate, you're not going to get tenure.
I should have gotten tenure a long time ago.
Well, how can you expect the department to take you seriously with this lunatic fringe archaeology you insist on pursuing?
It's only lunatic until I find it.
The Ark of the Covenant? Ha!
Annabelle, listen to me. I found something today.
Not again.
No, you know the third theory, the one about Jeremiah hiding the Ark in the desert.
On Mount Nebo. It's an obscure reference in 2nd Maccabees. Come on, Thomas. No historian takes that book seriously.
Yes, but the author of 2nd Maccabees claimed to have other documents that corroborated his account, remember?
The memoirs of Nehemiah. But nobody's ever found them. They may not even exist.
What if I told you that I had seen a 1st century BC copy of Nehemiah's memoirs, and they mentioned Jeremiah and Mount Nebo and the Ark?
I'd say you have something worth writing a book about. But not enough to start digging up a mountain range looking for a box.
Well, it's enough to shift my focus from Jerusalem to Mount Nebo.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Mount Nebo is full of caves. Hundreds of them. You'll be dead before you've ever even explored 1/10 of what's there. Tommy, I love you. I know why this means so much to you. And everyone has to have a dream, I know that. You know what my dream is? That you find some peace. Not in Jerusalem, not on Mount Nebo, but here.
Hi. Gloria, why aren't you in the library?
Well, I heard there was a history department party, and I'm studying history, so...
Yes, but this party is for faculty. It's not for students.
Monica. Ginger ale, right?
Thank you. This is Gloria. I believe she's a student of yours, Professor.
Yes, we met.
Yeah, after we spoke this morning, I went to the library and read the Bible.
What book?
Well, the whole thing, actually. But something in Ezekiel struck me in particular regarding your interest in the Ark of the Covenant.
I was admiring the egg on the mantle. Is it Fabergé?
In Ezekiel chapter 10, he describes a vision of the glory of God on his throne in Jerusalem. But he sees the glory leaving out the eastern gate, through the Mount of Olives, east into the desert.
But it was a vision, Gloria. It was a dream he had. It was possibly a hallucination.
Yes, and he never actually mentions the Ark. I love this ginger ale.
But the Ark always followed the glory of God. And I've seen the glory of God. It's hard to miss, really.
You're saying you believe Ezekiel?
What if God's glory is code for the Ark hidden in a vision that only a true believer would take seriously?
Out the eastern gate, through the Mount of Olives, east into the desert would put you...
Thomas, it looks like you found another convert. Good luck this semester, Gloria. There's President Chandler.
Did I help him?
Yes, Gloria. You did.
Jerusalem, Temple Mount, out the eastern gate, through the Mount of Olives, across the desert, across the Dead Sea to Mount Nebo. I found it. I found it.
I found it! So it's genuine.
I didn't say that. I said that it carbon dated at 2,100 years old. I read Aramaic, Professor. I know what you think you have there.
Is that right?
This scroll appears to confirm the theory that Jeremiah took the Ark of the Covenant and hid it in a cave on Mount Nebo.
First of all, nobody believes that theory. And second, if they did, they'd have to be nuts to go digging around Mount Nebo without some sort of map.
Well, what if someone did figure out a map? They might be crazy enough to think they could find that Ark, and that would be a shame.
No, that would be the greatest archaeological discovery in the history of the world.
Oh, really? What would be the greatest? The fame it would bring the finder, or the war that would be fought over it? You see, Professor, they keep calling it the lost Ark. It's not lost. It's hidden. And there's a good reason for it to stay hidden. It's not a movie. It's real, and it's holy.
How much do I owe you?
It's on the house. But you think about what I've said to you, or you might find it'll cost you more than you can even imagine.
Carbon dating says it's fake. It's worthless.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured.
So much for dreams of glory, huh?
Oh, it wasn't Gloria I was after. See, I was just hoping... My grandmother had all these grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And out of all of them, she wanted me to have this scroll. You know, it's funny, everyone always thought that she was crazy. And I was just hoping that she wasn't, because out of everyone in the family, she was the only one that was just a little bit like me.
Well, maybe this will cheer you up. How would you like to be my TA? Take over my class for a couple of weeks.
Me?
They're screaming for me to finish this article, and I'm going to Israel, and you can make some money.
Well, yeah, that'd be great. Sure, thanks.
Good, I'll set it up with Dr. Hardwick right away. Annabelle, I need to talk to you, all right? Go ahead, I'll catch up. Annabelle?
Dinner, tonight.
Yes, so anyway, you were saying.
So he's going after the Ark.
It looks like it. I tried to stop him.
Maybe we should tie him up.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. And then we'll hit him in the head with a frying pan.
That seems excessive.
You don't even know if this document is real.
Oh, it's real. The carbon dating proves it. And nobody else knows but you and me.
What about the student who brought it in?
I told him it was a fake. I can't have anyone else involved.
You lied to him? Thomas.
You know what this means to me.
She was my wife, Annabelle.
And she was my sister, Tommy. You're not honoring her by lying and stealing? The answer is no.
You can't stop me. I can take 2 weeks off any time I want during the semester.
But I don't have to cover for you. And this isn't going to look good to the tenure committee.
It will if I come back with the Ark.
After years of searching, you think you can go back to Israel and find the Ark of the Covenant in 2 weeks?
Yes. I've got a way now to narrow down the search to 2, 3 caves, tops.
You know what it's like over there right now. You could get killed.
So what?
You're crazy. And even if you're not crazy, you're broke. You've already sold your car and everything else of any value to pay for your other wild goose chases.
I'll get the money. I have to do this, Annabelle.
You really are out of your mind. Hold on.
Hello. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry.
Why should the Institute spend another dime to send you to Israel?
I'm not asking for anything. I rustled up some money on my own. I'm going.
Mount Nebo is in Jordan, and you cannot get from Jerusalem to Jordan with the
I still have my credentials from my last visit.
credentials that verify you as a scholar working for the Windermere Institute of Archaeology. The Institute paid for those credentials, and I have the right to ask that they be returned immediately.
But you're not going to.
No. You're a desperate man, and you'll use desperate measures to get what you want. So you can keep the credentials under one condition.
What's that?
That I go with you. You need an expedition party. You can't afford it. I'll set it up. We'll use my contacts. Any additional costs will be picked up by the Institute with the understanding that regardless of what you find or don't find, you'll return to the university in 2 weeks.
Yes. Okay, let's do it.
It's nice to have you back so soon, Professor North.
It's great to be back then.
There was a gentleman asking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I need to take coordinates from the Temple Mount and the Mount of Olives, so I'll need GPS capability.
That's already on the Jeep. So we'll cross the Jordan on the Alamy Bridge, set up base camp in the Valley of Peor, up Mount Nebo to the top of Pisgah. And I've got the permits, but they're only going to be good for 5 days. So short notice.
Well, we'll do the best we can. One other thing. I need a gun.
I don't supply guns.
Oh, come on, there are guns in every corner around here.
I'll provide you all the protection that you need. No guns.
Fine.
See you tomorrow morning.
We're right on line.
There must be 50 Ks up there. Monica, where are those specs we took at the Eastern Gate?
They're right here.
Thank you.
I just want you to know how much it means to me to be on this expedition, and that you've taken my Ezekiel theory so seriously. But upon further reflection, I'm beginning to think that finding the Ark is not such a good idea. I mean, isn't there something else you could do to become a famous archaeologist?
You have no idea why I'm doing this.
That's it. Lines up exactly. Cave A57. That's the one. Andrew, track us in.
That's it. You're there.
Stop. Stop in the name of Almighty God.
Get out of the way.
What are you, some sort of fanatic out here protecting the Dead Sea Scrolls or something?
You don't want to do this, Thomas?
I don't want to do it, but I will.
Well, death means little to me. But becoming a murderer would have great significance for you. Remember, I tried to warn you.
The desert's full of religious nuts like that. That's why I had to get a gun.
Oh!
What was that?
They used to be my glasses, I think.
You better wait here, Gloria. Stay with this man until we come back for you. But think of it as an opportunity to learn something, okay?
Follow me.
Due east. Still tracking.
Did you really have killed that man back there?
Yes.
Andrew, there's 3 different ways to go. We're going to continue straight ahead. Over.
I don't suppose you have any tape.
Tape? No, I can't say that I do. I haven't been off this mountain for such a long time.
It must get very lonely.
That I don't mind, but I haven't had a real conversation for years. Tell me, what's been going on in the world?
Oh, well, I don't really know that I can tell you anything because I haven't been around that long.
What do you mean?
I'm an angel. I was just created 2 weeks ago.
You're an angel? No kidding.
My name is Gloria.
I'm Micah.
We must be below sea level by now. We've been heading downhill for hours.
GPS won't pick up a signal anymore. We're on our own. We're turning south.
Andrew, we're going to head south. Andrew? Andrew, do you read me?
Monica? Monica, are you there? Come in.
Well, first, God created me, and then I met Monica. She's the one that went into the cave. She's an angel, too. She likes coffee. So she took me to this cafe to try some, and I met Tess there. She's also an angel. And then I met Madeline, who was not an angel. She was just a little girl who was my friend, and I fixed her little mechanical dog. And then we saw Andrew with a bunch of other angels, and they went into this building, and then the building blew up. And then we found Madeline, and she was hurt. So I went to the hospital, and I stayed with her until she died. She was the only friend I ever had. Except for the angels, of course.
May I be your friend?
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting kind of hungry. Whoa, thanks. Can you jump it?
Yeah.
Good. I'll go first.
Okay. That's what we in the archaeological business call a leap of faith.
Well, going on day 2, we're gonna have to start rationing our food and water. Sorry, Monica, but I didn't think it would take this long.
Would it have made any difference? You seemed determined to find it, no matter what.
5 years ago, I was on a survey in Jerusalem. We were mapping out the Herodian palace. But as usual, I was off researching the Ark. Laura, my wife, was 5 months pregnant. I should have been back in the States with her, but I wasn't. So she decided to come and visit me. She was killed in a taxi that crashed on the way to the airport.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We were kids together, and when Raiders of the Lost Ark came out, she went with me to see it 4 times. And when I told her that I wanted to be an archaeologist and that I wanted to find the Ark for real, she said she didn't care if we lived in the past or the future, as long as we lived it together. She would have never been in that car if I hadn't been here, so damn determined to make a name for myself.
Thomas, finding the Ark won't bring your family back.
She believed in me. She believed in what I was trying to do. If I don't find it, then what did she die for?
I understand why it's so important to you. But you're searching for the Ark of the Covenant. The real Ark that contains the real 10 Commandments. And who knows how many you have broken just coming this far.
You sound as if you actually believe that God put the commandments down on a mountaintop.
I do.
Look, Monica, there's a spot. It's narrow, but I think we can fit. All right. Leave everything. Monica, hurry! Get in here! Monica, quick! Hold the light. See it? Huh? Look. Look. You see that? Look. Look.
You are standing on holy ground.
Monica, we're here. You're standing on holy ground. Look, there's more. Jeremiah. Over here. Over here. The law. Yahweh. Monica, this is it. This is it. It's a man-made wall. This rock around it looks like it's ready to go. Look!
Thomas, we should think about this before...
Think about what? This is what we came for.
You came to find peace. You won't find it violating a holy place.
This isn't a holy place. This is a cave. Wouldn't it be something if we were under Jerusalem after all?
There are just so many things to do. And I know angels are supposed to live in eternity, but an eternity doesn't seem long enough. I mean, look at this list of things I have to do already.
Rollerblading, cell phones, you've got plenty of time for all these things. But if you could learn to sing, it might come in handy today. Are you a good learner?
I have unlimited memory and an excellent capacity for information retrieval.
Well, good. Let's give it a try, shall we? Now listen very carefully. Me, 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 me.
You.
You're very funny, and you're going to do just fine.
I'm going to do what just fine?
Hello, Micah.
Andrew, nice to see you again. Where's Tess?
She's on her way.
Stop where you are, Thomas Edward North.
Who are you?
I am Micah, an angel of the Most High God, the God of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob, the God of Moses, who placed the tablets of the law in this ark, which I protect.
Monica, you seen this? Monica!
Be not afraid, Thomas. You are in the presence of angels.
What? You've been surrounded by angels all along the way.
We tried to discourage you from coming this far, because anyone who stands in this holy place bears a heavy burden for the rest of their lives. But you are here, and we're here to help you heal and to understand what you're about to see.
It's true?
Yes, it is the Ark of the Covenant that sits behind this veil. It contains the tablets of the Ten Commandments, the staff of Aaron, and a jar of the manna that God provided for his children in the wilderness. It is where the presence of God came to rest, to comfort his lost children. And God promises that one day the ark will be restored to the temple, and his presence will again descend onto the ark. Until that time, his people will continue to wander, and his presence will come to rest in the only kind of ark that can rise and follow him now, in the hearts of his people, and in your heart, Thomas. That is where God will come to rest, if you will make a place for him. That is where you will find peace.
Why should I find God? After what he did to Laura, after what he did to me.
Humble yourself in the sight of your God, Thomas.
He's not my God. He's your God, and you can have him. Just let me see that. I hate you. I hate you. Oh, God, I hate you. Show me who you are. What do you want from me?
Thomas, stand up. Please, stand up. With the very commandments that are hidden in this room, Thomas, God has shown you what is good and right. And what does he ask of you? To do justice, to love mercy, to walk humbly with your God, to love him, to wait patiently for him to work in your life, and to trust that the peace of God that passes all understanding will be yours by his love and his mercy. You may never understand why your precious Laura was taken from you. But from this moment on, you will always know that she lives now with the one who loves, the one who is love, and who loves you so much that he has allowed you to be present in this moment.
Down at your feet, oh Lord, is the most high place. In your presence, Lord, I seek your face. I seek your face. Down at your feet, oh Lord, is the most high place.
Is the most high
in
place.
your presence, Lord,
In your
we
presence.
seek your face. We seek your face.
For there is no no greater honor than to bow and kneel before your throne. I'm amazed at your glory, embraced by your mercy. Oh Lord, I live to worship you. Oh Lord, I live to worship you.
I can feel her. She's with him too, isn't she?
Yes. Remember, your heart is an ark. And when the presence of God rises from its rest, what does an ark do?
Follow. I'm not here to ask for tenure. I don't expect it. I don't even expect to have my job. I have lied and cheated and stolen from you and from my students and even from my family to accomplish a dream that some would call frivolous or lunatic or fanatic. And I know that if I told you that I did find something in that cave, something better than the Ark, that I found God, that I found peace, it would be met with cynicism and ridicule, but it is true. And it is a heavy burden to bear because once you know the truth, you are responsible for it. I see now what I was and what I must become. And all I ask of you is your forgiveness and your good wishes. And I will be on my way.
Paul! Hey. Hey, Professor North. Welcome back. How'd it go?
Fine, just fine. You want to get a cup of coffee? I've got something to tell you about your grandmother.
Yeah, sure.
It was a rough start, but a great finish, Gloria.
We're really proud of you.
So what do we do now?
What do you think?
We follow. We follow